Let's talk about the boxing a little bit because you've trained so long, right? From 12 to like after 18, right?
Mhm.
And I mean, a lot of the things that probably drive and shape your work ethic and how you're, accountable and just work through these obstacles. I bet a lot of that is influenced by training for boxing because I mean,
Mhm.
that's what boxing is, right? No one else is in there with you in the ring. It's just you, like if you are not performing, if it's an off night or whatever, you got to figure out what am I going to do to adjust, right? That's kind of life.
Absolutely. And it helped me honestly with stand up because, I still get nervous, but not as nervous as, walking into the ring. Even if you prepared 100%, there's this amazing fear, adrenaline of fear as you walk in. And that's what I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for like a Hollywood movie where, you can actually hear the guy's heartbeat. You can hear him panicking, as he make his way. And I remember all that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I know like in the back of my mind, I might have not trained as hard. Oh my God. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard for me to explain, but like it's almost euphoric. Like I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's like you can't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's like really muffled.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
because I'm already thinking like, did I prepare? Am I ready?
Yeah.
Am I and I'm looking at my opponent across the ring, and all I can see is like, I'm gonna kill
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
right? And then I'm watching the referee look at the judges, and it's all slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could see the guy with the bell go, bing, and
Yeah.
then soon as boom, we touching everything, it's
Yeah.
back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the most amazing and crazy adrenaline. And if you're not prepared, and that's why I said during this campaign, people are worried about my experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, there's a first round to everything,
Yeah. Yes.
everything. And if you're
Yes.
not prepared, and if you're not ready to handle that first round, you know what the consequences are. I don't have to tell you that.
Yeah.
It's not like I never know that coming into this new roller coaster ride that people was gonna criticize me.
Mm-hmm.
That well, he's a comic. He doesn't, who gonna hire a comedian? But they knew, and they never know the story.
Yep.
They never know the backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And the backstory is an amazing story of hope,
Mm-hmm.
amazing story of determination,
Mm-hmm.
an amazing story of loss.
Mm-hmm.
Losing taught me more about life than winning.
Yes.
And relationships. I lost my brother in the height of my boxing career.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who inspired me to box. We did everything together. I told you we had a tight knit family, my brothers. We protected each other, and my brother drifted off and did, things that he's not supposed to. He ended up killing himself and, started using drugs. And that's why, like, when I hear people make excuses of where they're from, I don't hear like, hey, I knew that could happen, because five brothers lived in the same house. We all chose to we all walked in our own paths,
Mm-hmm.
and we all took responsibility, for good, bad, and miserable. Like, my brother, so it was easy for me to accept. Was it hard? Definitely. I love my brother to death. It was hard for me to even talk about it, maybe up until like maybe 5, 6 years ago when I started talking about how they affected me, the
Mm-hmm.
loss of my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, man, boxing in that time really, really taught me more than just competition. It really taught me values in life. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I'm thankful, man, for those, those early morning runs. Uh,
Yeah. That's what
those
I was going to ask you too, is that, I mean, I think for everybody, all of the obstacles, the adversity, that's really where you grow the most, right? And everyone has their own story, like you said, and it's your story filled with all of these things that has shaped you to not only be successful as a comedian in the Hawaii community, but also do greater and bigger things in the future too, serving the communities and things like that.